Launch physical chemistry with unit under Mike Q.
Despite some struggles with Zoom, it appears we're back in the classroom. But COVID has made a permanent impact on the avenues in which students can learn. There's plenty of material available in online classes now. Despite the response to going online being rushed amid a pandemic, it appears online is here to stay.
You know, I was really surprised that during the pandemic when we went remote, it went really well. We did a lot of workshops last minute, like in those 2 weeks that we had to scramble. And people really took to it and were able to use the video conferencing platforms we had, things like that. I'm sure there were some disasters. I mean, it happens.
For some, it could be a bit of a disaster, just because it takes away from the material that they're trying to learn or how they're used to learning material.
Being a communications major, you have to touch equipment, you have to be in the control room. It's all about hands-on learning. So when COVID, I was like, okay, how am I gonna learn this without being in the control room?
Still, many are content with online learning, as there are still full Zoom classes across the nation, as well as classes that run their own pace online. And the options for learning are becoming more and more endless as time goes on, and people certainly favor both sides of the coin.
It's definitely a little easier to work at your own pace. You have more freedom, I guess, even though you still got to be in class at a certain time or in class at a certain time. It's just a lot easier. You don't have to go and get ready or anything. Obviously, you can just stay at home and join class whenever, and it's a little easier to get work done.
Some attest that it can be a struggle giving students the freedom, as many people possibly have struggles with procrastination and other aspects that would prohibit them from completing their work in a timely manner that would benefit their education.
So if there isn't a firm set deadline, that's hard, or a firm set meeting time. So time management is important, certainly.
The cost of tuition might turn some heads of some undergrad students, as in the case of William Patterson, online schooling is $5,400 a semester compared to $14,624 a semester for in-person learning, and the proposition of a cheaper degree might be very intriguing to students.
We do have exponentially more students in WP Online than we expected, but we make a little less money on them. So it's a trade-off there. We have more students, but the revenue could be better.
In the case of William Patterson, the online school has certainly grown since COVID, as in the most recent semester, online students accounted for 15% of the overall student body, with over 1,000 people involved in the program. Despite the slight revenue loss, it might have involved more students due to the flexibility that online offers. Some classes don't have the flexibility to comfortably transition online. As in the case of American Sign Language, it is a visual language and can tend to be hard to teach as well as learn through videos and text. Language, being one of the most difficult subjects to learn, is only amplified when the intricacies cannot be properly conveyed. Just a wrong viewing angle or facial expression can make all the difference in the meaning of a word or phrase in American Sign Language.
I would send videos of how to do something, and then I would receive videos of assignments being completed. And in the class, I could twist your hands or explain certain things about your facial expressions, and I just couldn't do it online. And it was just a bunch of me explaining in words what to do, but that's not the same.
As with most things, there will always be pros and cons, as well as people set in both camps of thought. You might even find some people dead in the middle.
I wish I never went to online school, but it's going to be all worth it in the end. And I do like that I still can have a decent job, not like a late night job or whatever. And it is more flexible, and I can actually still make money.
Hello, I'm Michael McElroy for WPTV, and I'd like to thank you for tuning in as we looked into the difference between online school and in-person learning establishments. I think there's a lot to be said for both parties. I think there's a lot to benefit from both parties, but it comes down to the choice of the student that's learning.